Hello and welcome to another edition of Chamber Chat. I'm your host, Melissa Benefield, and today we're going to talk about salon standards and safety practices. How do you know your salon is in compliance with state board regulations? We're also going to talk about new trends in the industry and new products. So here to answer those questions is a leader in the industry, Melissa Wood of the Manicure Martini.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited. There's so much to share in the nail industry right now, so I'm really excited to talk about it.
And that's true. And Melissa wears many hats. Not only is she a nail technician, longtime nail technician, but she's a salon owner here in Citrus County and an educator for one of the top up-and-coming product companies in the industry. So tell us a little bit about all of these hats that you wear, Melissa. Let's start with your job as a nail technician, how long you've been in the industry, and what made you enter the industry?
Okay. Back in 1993, I had always been really drawn to the beauty and fashion industry. It had always piqued my interest. And I was just kind of, skating along, not really sure what I wanted to do. I was really young back in those days. And I started just kind of playing around with nail products and was doing pretty much all of the nails that the girls that I worked with. And my mother-in-law at the time said, hey, you know what, why don't you go to school for that? And I thought, okay, I'll go to school, I'll do nails for a little while until I decide what I really want to do. And that was, over 18 years ago. I really fell in love with the industry and have had such an amazing time because, like you said, I have worn many hats. Pretty much anything in the industry that I could do, I wanted to go and do it, and I wanted to go and experience it, and I've met really great people along the way. About 3 years into the industry, I was taking a lot of classes. I just wanted to learn more and more, and I was taking classes at every opportunity from this little company called Creative Nail Design. Now they're known better as C&D. And the instructor said, hey, have you ever thought about being an educator? It seems like you have a natural ability, for product design and things like that. And I was like, well, no, I've only been doing nails for 3 years, but okay. I just filled out the application, took the classes that I needed, and before I knew it, I had Tom Bachek, who in the industry is like the guru of nails. And I got a phone call from him, and he said he was coming to Inverness, and he was going to interview me. So we interviewed, and before I knew it, I was in San Diego going to C&D's boot camp for a week. So it's really exciting.
And how long did you stay with C&D?
I was with them for a little under 5 years, I think. Both of my children were relatively young at the time. And it was a lot of travel, so I decided to leave them. It was a hard decision to make because I really, really enjoyed working for that company. Now that my kids are older, my son's going to college in a few months, I decided that I would like to educate again. And that's when I contacted Patricia Yankee, who is the artistic director for Dashing Diva Professionals, who in turn called me, and then before I knew it, last July I was in Las Vegas in her hotel room learning so much in 2 days. It was crazy. She is a creative genius. I really, really admire this woman and really look up to her. She's really fantastic. I've learned a lot already in just a few months that I've been with them.
Well, what a great opportunity to study under another expert in the industry. But before we get into Dashing Diva, I want to talk about your salon in Inverness. It's called the Manicure Martini.
Yes.
Tell me about that and some of the services that you offer there.
Well, the Manicure Martini is actually located inside another day spa, the beautiful Tangle Salon and Day Spa on Osceola Avenue. It's actually an old Victorian house that Stacy McKinney, the owner, has remodeled, and I rent out the back part of that establishment. I really love it there. It's a great group of people. It's myself and 2 other nail technicians, and we offer pretty much any nail service that you could want. We offer manicures, pedicures, pink and white nail enhancements, French wrap manicure, you name it. We do it, and if we don't, we we will do our best to accommodate.
And I love her salon. It has a very relaxed island, Key West kind of a feel. You go in and you just kind of feel like you've been transported to an island. It's really a neat place. You'll have to check it out. So let's kind of jump into some of the new things that you've been learning with Dashing Diva. Let's talk about the design effects, because this is really cool, kind of a newer product in the industry, and it can give you different kinds of prints, textures, and finishes to your nails that people really haven't seen before.
Design effects is probably the most fashion-forward product that I have seen in my 18 plus years in the business. It is a very light, thin applique that your technician will apply over the natural nail. It can be used on enhancements and things like that, but Dashing Diva, our products are mostly geared towards natural nail care, and that seems to be the trend with a lot of the companies nowadays. But it is absolutely beautiful. Up on the screen now is one of our really popular ones, Lace Love Affair. And it, with a UV gel overlay, it lasts 2 weeks. And it's so many beautiful designs. It's hard to pick out which one you want.
Yep, and they say that nails are definitely the hottest new fashion accessory.
You just stole my words. I was going to say that.
Well, great Melissas think alike. So let's talk about the big craze right now, the UV gel polishes. What can you tell us about this? Because there really hasn't been anything in the industry in a long time, or really ever, that dries instantly, goes on thin like a polish, and is chip resistant for several weeks. What kind of feedback have you been getting from your guests about these new gel polishes?
I actually have had probably 40% of my clientele that were die-hard pink and white, every 2-week acrylic clients switch over to this no chip polish. When it first came out, I was very skeptical because I had used some colored gels in the past and they were really nice, but they were still for an enhancement. And this basically is to maintain the integrity of the natural nail. So it's awesome. I love it.
It's every client's dream come true. We have so much information to cover. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what's new in the industry and sanitation practices, what to look for. Stay with us.